No doubt I now grow very pale, but I talked more fluently and with a heightened voice. Yet the sound increased, and what could I do? It was a low, dull, quick sound, much such a sound as watch makes when enveloped in cotton. I gasped for breath, and yet the officers heard it not. I talked more quickly, more vehemently, but the noise steadily increased. I arose and argued about trifles in a high key and with violent gesticulations, but the noise steadily increased. Why would they not be gone? I paced the floor and fro with heavy strides, as if excited to fury by observations of the men, but the noise steadily increased. Oh God, what could I do? I foamed, I raved, I swore, I swung the chair upon which I had been sitting and grated it upon the boards, but the noise rose over all and continually increased, and it grew louder, louder, and still the men chatted pleasantly and smiled. Was it possible they heard not? Almighty God, no, no, they heard, they suspected, they knew. They were making a mockery of my horror, but this thought and this I think, but this anything was better than this agony. Anything was more terrible than this diversion. I could bear those hypocritical smiles no longer. I felt that I must scream or die. And now again, hark, louder, louder, louder. Villains, I shrieked, dissemble no more. I admit the deed. Tear up the planks. Here, here. It's the beating of his hideous heart. Hey everybody, welcome to the Deluise Book Series. I'm Kristina, K-R-I-S-T-I-N-A. Please hit the thumbs up with your likes and subscribe. Let me know I'm doing a good job here. I just read books, talk Star Trek. I need all the help. I have no special effects. There's no drop-ins. There's nothing like that. It's just me reading books. And this was a good book. The Telltale Bones by CAROLYN HAINES. Nevermore. The Raven shows up a few times and says, "Get the door, get the door, get the door." And Judy shows up as Edgar Allan Poe. But we start the book. Tammy Odin, or Madame Tomika, is having bad dreams of the Telltale Heart. Hope Maxwell is a mean individual, and he's filed papers to declare his wife Lydia Maxwell dead. She's been missing 7 years, and he wants her millions and millions of dollars. And he can't do that till she's declared dead, and he gets access to all of her accounts. And she disappeared with a friend of hers, Bethany Carter, who went missing around the same time. And this book goes in so many different directions. You didn't see it coming. I had to read this book twice to mark down all the stuff that happened, because there was so much in this book, so much. Alyssa Reed, a mother of Lydia, asked Coleman to reopen the case on her daughter because Tope, the husband, is trying to declare her dead so he can remarry. And Tinky also finds passports online, so potentially the girls may or may not have gone to Afghanistan to help teach school. Tope's fiance, Vianica Danigan, he is a wife abuser. Tope is a wife abuser. He likes to beat women. He takes pleasure in it. And when Tinky and Sarah Booth go and talk to him, they discover that talk to the wife, the fiance. She takes her glasses off, and you can physically see that she has been beaten. And they try to warn her. Tinky and Sarah Booth try to warn her and tell her, you need to leave. And she's like, no, he's so good to me. He's so good to me. He blah, 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 blah. And so they leave her. And then this guy, Gavin, phones the tip line saying he has seen the girls in town. And then later on, the Vivian, the fiance, who Sarah Booth and Tinky tried to warn, is found dead. She had been strangled, her fingers had been broken, and she'd been tossed off a balcony. Then Sarah Booth and Tinky tell Elsa, Lydia's mom, about Vivian's death, and Elsa goes to talk to Taupe, and Taupe beats her too, and she is also reluctant to file charges because he told her that he knows where Lydia is, but he really doesn't. But so Elsa is kind of scared that if she presses charges, she won't find out where her daughter is. And so, but eventually, Sarah Booth convinces her, yes, you need to press charges. We need to get him behind bars. So then a picture shows up of Lydia in an airport in Memphis last year. So there's a whole new investigation. And then Madame Tamika is still having nightmares. And then Elsa's mom they receive tips through the tip line. The tip line is opened again. And they receive tips, and one of the tips says, give us 10 grand and we'll give you your daughter back. So Lydia's mom, Elsa, has so much money. She's like, here, I will give you she gives Sarah Booth and Tinky the 10 grand to set up a sting. And there's a whole another slew. So then another tip says that their bodies were buried in a cemetery. So Sarah and Tinky dig up the cemetery, and they don't find it. Then there were these other couple that were helping runaways, and we go this way with the story, and they try and trace down this couple. And then Cece finds the airline pilot who had lunch with Lydia in the Memphis airport 10 months ago. So they have to talk to him. And then Sarah Booth goes through with the kidnapping plan. They take the ransom money from the mother and they go set up this sting, and Sarah Booth gets hit over the head and the sting goes sideways. So then they're also looking for this couple that used to help girls in difficult situations. So they're looking for those people. And then the guy's like, yeah, I loaned my truck to these two women who had a dead body. So the cops check the vehicle out, because I'm still trying to figure out why anybody would knowingly give a vehicle to somebody to transport a dead body. I just don't get why they would do that. So anyway, they go over the vehicle and there was no dead bodies. And then Elsa goes to confront Taupe and he beats her. And she ends up in the hospital. And then Taupe goes on the run because now he's not only killed his fiance, but he's also beaten his mother-in-law. So he goes on the run, and Tinky goes to Taupe's uncles or relatives, who's a lawyer, pretending to get a estate plan for Mei Lin, and she overhears a conversation of food being delivered to where Taupe is staying. So they go to have Taupe arrested, and he beats the agents and fires on them and stuff. And then Vivian, the fiance, the fellow off the balcony, her death is ruled a murder. So then they're still looking for Taupe, but they don't have too much evidence to prove that he actually murdered her. So that's a big thing. And then Tinky and Sarah Booth look into other disappearances in the area. And so that takes up some time. And then so that they go up to Bethany's parents too, and they find them, and they're doing all this stuff, and this book goes in so many directions, and I had to take so many notes. I've got 20 pages of notes because this book just went 6 ways to Sunday. So then so Elsa is kidnapped, and Taupe takes her and locks her up to use her as a plan to get Lydia, to get the money, to have Elsa sign over all the money to him, make him her sole heir. And then Sarah Booth and Tinky investigate some other disappearances. And then they find a couple of really good leads. I think I did that already. So then they find some of the people that supposedly disappeared but came back. One girl went to California to become famous and discovered she couldn't even get a job waitressing tables, so she come home. So the book goes that way. And then the book goes left field and right field, and we have twists and we have turns and we have twists and we have turns and we have twists and we have turns. I'm serious. And you are not going to believe what happens at the end. You will have to read it to find out if Lydia is alive, if Bethany is alive, and how they get Taupe to confess to the murder of Vivian and the beating up of Elsa and the kidnapping of Elsa and the shooting of the FBI agents or other policemen that there was. There's just so much to unpack in this book. So you will have to read it for yourself. It's a really good book, and I'm kind of disappointed that I've reached the end. I have binge read the whole series. Um, Please check out my YouTube channel and my other videos. I have done all of these, and this is the last one for this year. We will all have to wait till next year. Oh, how horrible. Don't you hate waiting? There are some, not every author can be James Patterson and have a book out every single month. It's just, you know, but we can hope. But this is really good. It's really worth your time and effort to read. But it has a whole bunch of twists and turns in it. A whole bunch. So please check it out. CAROLYN HAINES, Telltale Bones. And please like and subscribe my channel. Let me know I'm doing a good job here. I have no special effects, nothing like that. It's just me reading books, talking books. And I need all the likes and subscribes I can get. So thank you, and check it out.